Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to share with you some tips on how we have been managing our crazy hectic life and just slowing down and not going crazy in this crazy world that we live in. I have about 14 tips here, and yeah, so let's get started. So the first one is quite obvious. It's less technology, less gadgets, gizmos, apps, etc. Just start playing regular board games and not electronic games. Turn off the screen. Start making bread with your hand instead of using a bread maker. I know sometimes we don't always have time for those kinds of things, but there's something about just not using current technology and just going old school. It's just relaxing, I find. Number two, kind of that goes together with the first one, is less screen time and social media. These two are huge. I know that when I'm on my phone a lot or on my computer a lot, which I have to be for work, I'm always staring at a screen. It seems I'm even more stressed out than when I'm not. So I'm trying to not be on my phone all the time, and just I have to work on the computer, but I don't have to be on my phone all the time. So I do try to limit phone use and social media by deleting all those apps off my phone. And yes, that is quite I don't know, it just does something to my brain, and it makes me really stressed out every time I spend too much time on social media. The next one, I kind of lost count on the numbers, but the next one is eat and drink slower. Enjoy every bite and sip that you take. This one I have become a perfectionist on. I've often been told I'm an extremely slow eater, and it just makes things taste better. And even Isabel likes to sip and go. She's standing over there, glaring at me. But we are both tasters. When we sip something that tastes good, often at the end of our sip, we go. I don't know why, but it makes it, whatever we've just drank, taste so much better. So just put your fork down and enjoy every bite of whatever it is you're eating. Number 4, clear your schedule, limit extracurricular activities outside the home. Obviously that hasn't been too hard to do these days because, well, haven't been able to go anywhere, but as things open up and, you're allowed to visit again, still keep things very limited. If your schedule is completely full and your children are in, every dance and sport outside the home, it gets extremely stressful having to plan what time to leave and then go here and go there, and you're never at home, and it's stressful. There's no other way to say it. Number 5 is stop collecting and accepting every free thing that you are never going to use just because they are free. Now, I do collect free things that I know I am going to use, and sometimes things are given to me that I know I'm never going to use, but then I just, if I know somebody who can use it, I give it away right away. But if someone asks me if I want something and I know that I am never going to use it, and I know most people in my family or friends that I have, and I don't know anyone that would use it, I just say no, less stuff in my house. Our house is full enough. Number 6, focus on finishing one task at a time. Prioritize from the most important first, and so on. This is really important when you're super busy or when you have an extremely clingy baby that you can only get away from when they're sleeping, in my case. But yeah, I try to get things that are, the most clean, the things that need the cleaning the most. And, I really utilize nap times and bedtimes and that kind of thing, and that time in between to, either spend time with Isabel, because that's important, and if I haven't spent a lot of time, then that's the most important besides cleaning the house. And often lately our house is a bit messy because feeding the kids and, keeping them fed and cleaned and put to bed and all that is more important than spending hours a day cleaning. And it's hard to do everything, but I do try and get done what I can get done. One thing at a time. Number 8, or the next one, is spend more time doing face-to-face activities with your loved ones. Again, so instead of spending or watching a movie together, why don't you play a board game or read a book together? That's one of our favorite things that we did a lot of when Isabel was younger, is reading books. And we love playing board games, or just have a cup of tea at the table and chat about how her day went, or how my day went, or things that we are currently thinking, and just instead of always doing screen things, if you can. I know, again, that's also hard because we're not allowed to have people in our homes and stuff like that. But as things again start to open up, get that, human interaction going. Number 9, I love this one. I do it every nap time, and just even for my own self, when I can literally feel my blood boiling sometimes, and I'm getting to a point where I know I need to just sit down and relax, is put on some calming music. I think I already said that. I'm going a little bit cuckoo these days too, so just go on YouTube and search relaxing music, calming music, meditating music. There's so many different options. I love them all. I just click on one, and then I will sit and just listen for a few minutes, and then breathe and calm down and, continue on with my day. The next one is start making doing things you love a priority. So again, along the lines of, making those important things first, you should do things that you love. Like if you love gardening, or if you love cleaning, who loves cleaning? But if you love playing board games or playing a video game, or if you love playing with dolls or crafting or knitting or whatever it is, baking, try and making those a priority. Not every day, but get it in there every week at least one day a week. Make it to do something that you really love doing, at least for a part of the day. Because if you're only doing things for other people and things you don't enjoy doing, you're going to slowly run down. The next one is start using those things that we all have that we're saving for a special occasion items. For example, there's special dishes that barely ever get used, only on special dinners, and those clothes that are only for going out, those special handbags, or food. For instance, I had this candy lollipop when I was really, really young, and it was brought back for me from Disneyland, and I put it in my little treasure chest where I saved all my most favorite things, and I wanted to save it for a special day. But when I went to go eat it, and this was a really long time later, it was all it was gross. It was no longer good. Hard candies do not last forever. That is a lesson I learned quite early on in life. So start using those special dishes. Start eating those special cans of caviar, or drink that special wine, or whatever it is that you have. Wear your special clothing. Do your hair up nice, and use that special handbag, not just on nights out, because it makes you feel really good on inside. Number 12, accept any current changes and learn to work with it. So for this, I meant specifically for myself, is, having a baby is really not that easy. And I had forgotten just how difficult it was to have a new baby. And Isabel just was a really easy baby, I guess. Or maybe I was younger, but I'm having a bit of a hard time, as I mentioned before, getting things done. And he is very clingy, very needy, and he needs to be, have things done for him, all the time. I have to be right there with him. I can't just put him in his bouncer and then, be a couple feet away cleaning or something. I have to be sitting there. Anyways, just accept that we have for a time, things have to be different, and try to, work with it, is what I said. So, for instance, I had a baby, but maybe you are sick and you cannot make dinner every night. Well, just accept that and order in a few nights. Or maybe, like my mom, she broke her arm a couple years ago, or her wrist, and I had to go stay with her, and she was feeling really depressed because this was at summertime, so she basically missed the entire summer, and she couldn't do any of her gardening. I did everything for her. I went to go stay with her, and the sooner she accepted that and moved on and did what she could do, instead of, just lying there feeling sorry for yourself, get up and do what you can. She could still come and sit outside sometimes. I can still do the things that I want to do. I just can't do them when I want to do them, right? So when I say just accept them, I don't mean accept them and lay down and do nothing. I mean just try to work with whatever is happening. Maybe you lost a job and you can't do everything that you used to do. I don't mean don't go out and look for new work. Obviously go out and look for work, but just realize this is only, a story in your life right now, and you cannot spend as much as you did when you were working. So, but it always works out in the end. I don't know why, but it somehow always does. And just remember that there are other people out there that are there for you, and there's always people going through things of their own, and we will all make it. Always have faith. The next one is get organized. This one I have found to be quite huge. We were quite unorganized there for a little while, so I have just been going through everything and finding things and finding out that I've lost things and I have no idea where they are. But getting organized and knowing where everything now has completely changed my life, and I'm continuing to organize everything. There's only a few spaces left, but it's not easy, and it does take a long time, especially if you have anything hindering you. But it is totally worth it to get organized, pull, and go through your things. And the very last thing is to have at least one area, one spot, one clear spot in your home. Maybe it's just your kitchen table that you can sit at and there's nothing on it, and you can just sit there and have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or whatever. and it's calming. I find to have and I have my corner here with my plants in front of me, and there's nothing in this corner, and my kitchen table I try to keep clear, and I've been trying to keep my bedroom. The rest of the house, it does kind of get messy at times, but that's okay because I have my clear spaces, and if I go into one of those 3 spaces, I can breathe and relax and go back out and do what I'm doing. But having a space to escape where it isn't out of control is definitely relieving and stress releasing, and it just makes my day a lot easier to get on with it. So that is my last tip for slowing down. Maybe these aren't simple living tips, but they are definitely tips on slowing down and just living a little less stressed out. These are the things that have helped me. I don't know if they will help everyone, but I do hope you got something from this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I appreciate and love each and every one of you, and I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Love you all. Bye bye. Have a frugabulous day, everyone.